Hi, I'm Pantazi. I just wanted to let you know what projects I'm working on this year. I've got quite a few. There's one dynamic one I'm going to be using in my seminar tour. And there's a couple of seminars that I've been asked to do specific things. And one of them is a breakdown of Hangetsu and Seisan. And Hangetsu is a Shotokan form derived from, it looks like a cross between Sanshin and Seisan of old Okinawan origin. It's a wonderful form, and I've just been working with it for a little bit of time, but I've noticed quite a few things. First of all, it has the dynamics of brain development that the Sanshin does, and I've mentioned that in prior films, so I won't go over it again here. But you know, when you look at the old pictures, you see the new videos of Hangetsu being performed, even some of the older versions. And then you go back to Gichu Funakoshi's books and the pictures of him doing these specific movements of Hangetsu, and you're going to notice some very different hand positions. These hand positions, for example, when you're doing the classic splitting hands, and that splitting hands, one goes down by the side and one comes up by the shoulder, and they go in opposite directions. Now that hand position, if you look at an old kata called Haporin or Haporin, you're going to see that same action, very classic white crane action, done with dynamics and also done with some speed. You see this as classic in all seisans, and they vary in different aspects. Like the Weichiru, excuse me, or Pangai Nun version of seisan will use blood pool hands, and that is a major difference from the others, which use just open-handed, what would seem like ridge hands and what would seem like shutos. One doing downward shuto, or the other one's doing an upward ridge hand. And I imagine if you'd like to keep that rendition, then go for it. It's your kata. You can do what you want, but there's deeper meaning to it. And if you're practicing Hangetsu as a Shotokan stylist especially, you should look at what the founder of Shotokan did and how he depicted it. Now you'll see that there are very distinct hand positions in that splitting arm movement that depict two single-bladed grass hands. The downward shuto hand is a downward-facing single-bladed grass hand, and the upward ridge hand type action is an upward-facing single-bladed grass hand, which turns into a downward-facing one at the end as the palm turns over. Now, single-bladed grass hand can be a striking hand, but when you're flinging them out to the side, you're not getting the benefit of the striking aspects or the crane aspects. You go into the tiger or the grasping type aspects, and what you're going to see very succinctly is that these two single-bladed grass hands could be used for grabbing type actions. At the end of the Hangetsu, there's also a cat stance where the kata pulls back to the final move. It's a cat stance with two double palms down. Well, those double palms that most people depict are not the way that the founder depicted in his book and his pictures. They're two claws, two iron claw hand positions. So we have to think, what was this form actually trying to impart to us? Now, Funakoshi developed it from Sanshin practice with the deep breathing, the C-stepping, and the dynamics of the Sanshin, and he also enveloped in it the Seisan, the attacking actions of the Seisan, more of a crane style type of an action. What he was really getting at. Anyway, I've been doing that Hangetsu Tegumi, which is a two-man fighting drill out of it. I've got, of course, many different bunkai that I developed from the Tegumi action. I started this kata by learning the kata first, because I didn't do the kata. I picked it up. I'm not great at it, but I can go through the motions. I understand. I've watched thousands of videos on this form. And what I see in it is very distinct, very incredible tiger type of an idea. You could develop it as a crane too. I'm working on the tiger now. I have enough time. My seminar that I'm breaking this form down is in Switzerland, Kirchner, Switzerland with Herman Whitley. I'll put a link to the seminar page below this video for you. And we're going to break that down. I've got enough time now to break down a white crane type of action with it. But I'm doing Saturday, I'm working the Hangetsu, and then Sunday I'm supposed to be working with the Seisan. The Seisan I picked is the Uechi-Ryu Seisan. I have a Tegumi, of course, for that. I've got Bunkai for that. I've got such deep meaning for that because I've been working on that for decades. So we're going to be doing those two, but those are the main projects that I'm working on, the Hangetsu and the Seisan. For my own personal releases, I'm going to be doing Seisan and Sanshin. Sanshin, I've got a seminar coming up in January with Master Chip Quimby that I've mentioned on a couple videos. I'm going to be showing some real nice health issues, some brain connectivity, some health aspects of the vagal nerve correspondences, and why we need it and why it's so important in martial training from both those aspects, the health and the martial. I'm also working on the Uechi Tegumi as a release. I don't know if I'll release it for Budo International, but I will do it, of course, on my own web page for our premium subscribers. So that's basically what I'm working on so far this year. I also have the advanced Kyusho knife that's been being worked on for over a decade now, probably closer to 20 years. I might do that in a couple seminars. It all depends on who's contracted me and what they're looking for. So those are the projects. I hope you enjoyed a couple of the depictions from Funakoshi Sensei and how it relates to Hangetsu. And I will be showing those in action against blood targets in the upcoming Switzerland seminar. It's the end of August, the last weekend of August. So if you're interested, please click the link below. Thanks for watching.